Hey guys, it's Phil here from the Goose Hummock shop. It's Thursday, it's a glorious day outside. Our kayak business is cranking. Fishing store's a little quiet because everybody's out there fishing. I hope you're doing well. Just want to give you the heads up on what's going down. Let's do the freshwater. Freshwater traditionally slows down a bit this time of year, especially with the trout, because the ponds are very warm and the fish go into the deeper water. So try and fish early in the day or fish in the evening. Classic frog hopping time now, so you're casting frogs for the larges. They are still active, they're doing really well. But again, I'd encourage, if you possibly can, actually come out late afternoon, early evening and fish through dark for the best chances, the best largies and the best smallies. Frogs are working great. It's also a great time of year just to go out with the kids and drown a worm kind of thing. You'll do great. The salt water, there's a lot more going on as you anticipate this time of year. And sorry, one last thing, I'll just come back to the freshwater. Try, obviously Nickerson's fantastic. Try and get yourself on a pond that, as long as you've got legal access to, is a little bit off the beaten track. Because there's so many people on Cape Cod right now. The ponds are getting a lot of heavy pressure. It will discourage the fish. They're more likely to spend time in the deeper water. If you get out and about to some of the smaller, harder to get to ponds, you probably get a better chance of success. Anyway, sorry, saltwater, we digress. Beach scene. Outer beaches just starting to kick off. Okay, fantastic news. The beach bite is starting to go live. It's a couple of weeks earlier than last year. You get out there again, it's mainly going to be a nighttime bite. Last year we were doing really well 8 o'clock till probably 11:30 at night. Just be careful on the dock on the beach. Outer beach is doing well. It's the needlefish is killer. Like the bottle plugs, top water plugs, and don't forget the classics such as the Savage sand eel to bump something around the bottom. And as my boy Matt Whittle will tell you, chuck yourself a bucktail just in the mix. So the beach is doing really well. On the inside, i.e. Cape Cod Bay, that water is like tepid bath water right now. It's a struggle for the striped bass off the beaches, but there's a lot of bluefish around. So I try and get off places like I don't know, off the jetty at Hummock, for example, getting off the end of there if you can get up to the point where that comes in, or even some of my times when I was here in my early days when my kids were young, off the jetty at Sassuet. We had some fantastic times with bluefish there over the years, so you might get some good sport on the bluefish. And if you are obviously looking for just kind of evening fun, try in all the back bays still using small stuff like the 4.5, 5.5 inch dark spin in the little bone colours. You got a really good chance of getting some schoolies still, and you might find yourself suddenly get crunched on a really big blue because they do cruise up inside the estuary streams. On the boating side of things, Cape Cod Bay, a lot of bluefish coming off Billingsgate. In the deeper water you're finding the stripers. We just got restocked by River Fox, so Timmy's come up strong with a whole load of the wire line jigs. We've got all of that. If you want to try something different, try the Mojo. Mojo fishing is very popular. It's in the Chesapeake and New York. It's a great way of slow trolling for bigger fish when they're anchored to the bottom in this deep water. Okay, and on the outside, the Ripsers fish well. Ripsers done really well early morning. Okay, and also there's some pockets of deeper fish off Chatham and all the way up to Norset. You can actually find them on the vertical jig, and people are doing well live lining pogies and live lining mackerel for them as well. Don't forget inline circle hook if you're live baiting. And if we move offshore is pretty damn good right now. East of Chatham has fished really well, some big fish there. My friend Ralph had a 98 inch fish yesterday. Big fatty as well, and another one that was 95. So all along the eastern side has done well. Up on Stellwagen there's some smaller fish, so get up there if maybe some start to run and gun and trolling. And I know of people that have actually not just bait fished, but east of Chatham they've been trolling bars and done really well. The south of the island bite was at the claw. It slowed down a bit. It's moving down now towards the traditional areas of the dump. Green Machine, Pink and Pearl bars have done really, really well down there. If you go a bit further down south, if you've got the range, you might actually find yourself into Mahi Mahi, White Marlin and potentially a Yellowfin, and I've even heard of Wahoo being caught down there. Canyons, amazing. I had a great trip there with my friend Rick and his kids and Captain Derek, we caught 30 something yellowfin. I had one which was a PB, I think, for me up here. It was about 80 or 100 pounds. We didn't do so well on the marlin, and then on our way in we actually found bluefin, and that was at Oceanographers. Check the charts, check ROFs is what I use to look at the charts for offshore. If you do have the range, there's some phenomenal canyon fishing. But also, like I said, is we found them, it's 70 miles, but we found them well inside the canyon. We found a huge pile of juvenile bluefin, and we had 2 fish and 2 casts. Rick had one, I had one. I caught it on the new Team Goose lightweight spinning rod, a 52-inch fish on a jackfin lure. Got it to the boat in 3 minutes dead, which was a bit of a record. I was trying to break the rod and failed. Instead we broke the fish. Tasted great on Sunday night, in fact. So there's a lot going on. The fishing generally is on fire. Make the best, get out there. We're fully stocked. Stay safe, have fun. Checking out. Thank you.